listening to Sam in the Morning with Jen, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, as they call this Hump Day.
I thought you banned saying that a while ago.
I have, really. That's true, huh?
Yep, we haven't said it.
So why am I saying that? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the day off yesterday threw you.
How are you, Jen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. In a few minutes, we're going to have a guest calling in, I believe from Canada, and we're going to talk to him about the projects he's working on. Okay, well, here comes our guest, so let's go ahead and take this, and we're going to be joined by Frank MaSSa. Frank, are you on?
Sam, wow, finally, American Airways, I love it.
Yes, how you doing, Frank?
So far, good. Very nice down here in Montreal. Actually, Believe it or not, Sam, I'm calling from the old video store I used to manage back 8 years ago, whatever I'm going to call it, the one that came up with the idea of 24-hour rental.
Uh-huh. And,
so I'm calling from right there.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's introduce what it is that you do. Go ahead and tell us. I see that you're working on another project right now.
Correct.
You did 24-hour rental last year. Tell us a little bit about that one.
Well, 24-hour rental was an idea that I came up with when I was managing a video store. Hence, Quentin Tarantino, working in a video store as a clerk. I was the manager. So I came with this idea called 24-hour rental. These are low-level criminals running some, crime in the store. And I hooked up with a director I met at the store. He used to come by as a regular, and we talked about it. And at the time, they were talking about web series, and I wasn't too keen about web series. So anyhow, we put some money together, and we raised our own money. We shot 3 episodes of 20 minutes each. I still have that footage. Uh-huh. And then we shopped it around. It's a 5-year-long process.
Wow, and 5 years.
5 years. Oh, yeah. It's torture.
Yeah, wow. but that takes a lot of vision, to be able to say, you know what, in 4 years I'll get this done. Although you probably don't know how long it would take in the beginning.
People tell me that I'm one of the first people to actually get a TV show on the air in Canada to a person who has no experience at all in film. I'm a musician by trade, but I dropped that because I just got bored with it. And when I discovered this business, it became like, wow, this is like crack. I want more, so on and so on. So I did more of this stuff I wanted,
Yeah.
So I created 24 Rental, and like I said, it took 5 years. It was torture, even with the negotiations and the director, which I won't mention any names, but to just say that the execution of the show was not the way I intended. But anyway, It's airing on the Super Channel Network. It's been airing 3 times now. It came out last year on TV. It's on cable channel. It's like an HBO Canadian version for you guys. That's what it is.
I see. So this is a series, right? It's not just one.
Go ahead.
So that's a series, right?
It's a series. It was 13 episodes times 30 minutes. Yeah, they shot it about 3 years ago in Hamilton, Ontario. Mm-hmm. Very quick. And then, like I said, it aired last year in February sometime. Then it aired again, and then they aired again this year sometime. I forget which month this year. They repeated again. So that's out of my hair right now. So, in the meantime, the whole process of 24-hour rental, I came up with another series called Social Disturbed. And I started pitching to TV, but I was against TV because I don't like the way things work in Canada in the film industry. It's like it takes forever, and it's all about these tax credits and so on. So I said, wait a minute. Everybody's doing web series. I don't like web series. They don't go nowhere. There's no way you can't monetize them. If you do monetize them, it's very short. A web series is like a kid from like college. Oh, I have a camera. I'm going to do a web series. Oh, good for you.
Yeah, that's right. You wanted something professional.
I got a bad taste in my mouth when someone says web series. I tell them, can I swear on this show?
Yes.
If you have to, go ahead.
Go for it.
It's not a question if I have to. It's a question I express myself better that way,
That's okay. Speak the way.
I'll tell the machine. So I created this show. I call it a smartphone series. I've been at it for about 3-something years now, and I've been very grateful with all the cast. I grouped up one by one. And my director, Jack Hackle, I just met, actually, we just had a meeting. He's in advertising for 25 years. And he came on board about a year ago, and he loves it. He goes, this is the way to go. So I came with the concept smartphone series with its own app. Now, we're going to do soon, we're going to do launch a campaign for Indiegogo. But right now, Sam, I'm going to shock you what I have, who have cameos. And they're your one of your guests, or you have their own show on your station, the Harris Twins brothers from Storage Wars.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
They agreed to be part of my cameo show on my show. We haven't come to agreement how we're going to do it, but they give me their full blessing to come on show.
Very nice.
And
They're
I
so
talked
cool.
to Mark last year. Actually, I saw my Storage Wars. I said, "Who is this guy? These guys, So let me call him up. I found him. Next thing you know, I'm on the phone talking to him. And then in California, and he's in the gifting business. And I love Mark. I love Matt. I speak more to Mark.
Yeah.
And so they might help us out also with the campaign, Indiegogo campaign. Where we're going to add some perks for the twin brothers. So that, again, I can't talk about it. It's in discussions. We'll talk about it. So
sounds good.
So you haven't shot the show yet?
Yeah, I love it.
You're in the process of shooting the show?
No, what we're going to do is right now is we're going to do raise the money online with the Indiegogo campaign. We're going to go live in about a month or so. And I've tried the avenue. I'm speaking to Jen, right? You're Jen?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, Jen, I tried that avenue of seeking funding from the Canadian funding department for this business, and it just basically doesn't go anywhere. They just don't get what I'm trying to do. They stick into the old format, So I said, well, good luck to that too. I mean, everything's going on. So, I mean, as you know, you have Netflix. I actually not even tried Netflix. I spoke to the president late last year, pitching my show. And you know what he told me? I will never, I'm not going to say exactly verbatim what he said, but all he said was, we don't touch Canadian shows. That was it.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? I agree with you 100%, and I don't hate you for saying that. No problem.
Right.
So I let it go. So
tell us what
the campaign. Go ahead.
Just finish your thought. Go ahead.
No problem. So social. Do you think about the show? I mean, I sent you a bio and everything, so I don't know if you did some research on that.
No, I do. But tell our listeners what Socially Not Disturbed is about. Okay.
Well, it's about a relationship between, we call it age gap or intergenerational relationship. It's between an older guy, younger girl. They work in an environment, let's say a cafe, that's what takes place. And then you have the two brothers, and then you have the manager, who's played by a friend of mine in Montreal, Guido Comello. He plays the older guy. And he has no relation to the family, but he's part of that, he's part of the cafe. And the younger daughter that work is from the brother Bruno. Her name is Alessia, and the father's played by Guido Grasso. And they establish a texting relationship, but it's totally platonic.
Right. But
something happens during the texting, and he's not a texter himself, but he learns how, I like this, So to him, it's like eye candy. Wow, this is great. But there's nothing going on. But something happens later on. She texts him, she's bored, whatever, and it hits him. Wow, okay. Now, being said, in the show, she's 17 going 18. He's in the mid-30s, okay, more or less. So and then when that text hits them, then that's when they establish a relationship. It becomes a bond. It's not a Lolita, it's not a daddy, sugar daddy, or I'm saying daddy issue kind of thing. It's not that. It's just basically a bond between old and new, and how they hook up with texting, and becomes a solid relationship, and how they find each other, and how they can get away from that technology, and how they hide the whole relationship between the Italian family. Now, Sam, I don't know if you know anything about Italians, how they have the daughters. They become prisoners, So
yeah, there you go. Very possessive. Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't change no more ways here in Canada, U.S. doesn't matter. Sopranos. Tony did it all the time with his daughter and so on. So it's the same thing. So they're all overprotective. So if the family ever found out that this manager, Italian guy, is dating the daughter of one of the brothers, all hell will break loose. So they continue the relationship. It's dramatic, the dramedy as we call it. Right. There's very light humor. We'll make fun of the texting with the old school. They don't understand what LMAO means or stuff like that. They don't understand LOL.
Right.
So we play on those words. We play on that. So the cast is pretty solid. We just finished casting the young girl a few weeks ago. Now we're just going through the audition to see which one we want. I have my eye set on one. My co-writer, Katrina Totorici, likes the other one, but we're going to see to which one, we're going to narrow it down pretty soon. We're going to narrow it down. And I'm going to send you a promo. I have a promo video that we shot late last year.
Okay.
It's about 3 minutes long. You're going to see, it's a nice visual. My director, Jack Hockel, shot it with his team. And I'm very grateful that everybody on my team is doing this because they want to be part of it. Nobody has been making money. Nobody's getting paid. They're just doing it because they want to be part of this, something new that I'm doing.
Right.
And there'll be branding in the show. So I mentioned the Harris twin brothers. I have another surprise for you. He's from Montreal. He's a Canadian. He moved to LA. His name is Angelo Salukas. Does that ring a bell for you?
No, but we don't go out to comedy clubs that much. But
yeah, correct.
But
I call him the Greek version of Jean Pinette. That's what I call him. He's a big boy.
Wow. Yeah.
And you'll see him in the promo too. So he offered to become a cameo. The show will have other cameos, both being American or Canadian, but there'll be celebrities well known. This is what's going to keep the hype on the show.
Very cool.
And we'll be playing with,
So people will be able to watch this on their phones, on their tablets probably too, right?
Tablets, it's an app you download, and this becomes your world through Social Disturbed, or SND for short. Yeah, it becomes your world. That's your world, and it'll be always on your mobile service. Device with notifications, what's happening. There'll be little games, a little interaction with the viewers. We're gonna have a lot of social media, like a lot of fucking social media. I mean, we have no choice. That's the way to go, and. It's just basically going to be very, very, very. Can I say this? It'll attract mostly women and then the men. The men will watch it for one reason, but the women will watch for another reason. For the drama.
No, I mean it's a cool topic to tackle, because
exactly the subject matter. Yeah. Well, Sam, I don't know how well versed you are in the age gap, the dating ratio, or already call it May, December, whatever. It happens a lot, but the thing is, it's not talked about. It's kept below secret. It's below, you know what I mean? It's kept secret. We don't talk about it, Right. Yeah. Montreal, we did a survey last year. We shot a survey, which hasn't been uploaded yet. We went around Montreal, and we talked to all these people on the road, and it was mostly women and guys. And we asked them questions about the age gap, and do you know anybody in that situation? And he said, yes, my dad is dating someone who's 25, he's 50-something years old. I go, wow, God bless them. But it's not talked about. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? I mean, you heard about, what's his name? Stephen Bauer, the guy from Scarface. He's dating an 18, 19-year-old girl. I don't know if you heard about that one.
I don't remember. I remember him.
Well, how old is the character in your show, the girl?
He said 17,
sorry? I think. You said 17. Is 17 illegal?
Yeah, she's 17. Yeah, when she's 17, everything's platonic. Once she turns 18... everything becomes, the whole world blows up in your face kind of thing, whatever. It just blows up. And the secret has to be maintained. She doesn't tell nobody about the guy. But the Cocomello character plays, the name is Frankie. His name is Frankie. He cannot hold it in, so he has a friend of his called Jason. His real name is Brett Watson. He's the one who tries to tell him to stop. You can't do this. You can't do this. If the father or the uncle finds out, you're dead meat. You'll be, thrown in the river with cement shoes kind of thing,
Wow.
That's how these towns are.
Yeah.
But he cannot get away from it. He loves his world, and he just the bond becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. But there's a lot of drama, and there'll be a lot of close calls where they almost get caught.
Wow.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah, so your mind is pretty wild as far as wanting to take it places. Now, let me ask you this: how did the idea come about for you?
It's a famous question.
Yeah, well, because it has to be born somehow.
Well, unlike 24 Rental, the idea came up while working there. I'd just say I cloned according to the people that were coming there, and that I knew someone, these people, I just amplified them. Social Disturbed, or SND for short. It came to me at the same time I was working at the video store, and by learning about this age gap thing, and I met girls actually dating older guys. So, and I asked them, I go, wow. And then there was also the different religions, which makes it even worse.
Yeah.
So I asked them questions. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have a story for that one. So I took it from that, and you can say it's loosely based on true events of people that I know, but, I just twisted it around and I made it more dramatic. I mean, true events are great, but you have to execute them in a way where people are going to watch it, obviously, right?
Right.
So the idea came from that. I knew a girl, she was 18 back then, and she was dating a 40-year-old guy. So that came, I go, wow, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't question, I didn't judge it. I didn't bother. I don't care. I'm open for that. And I just want to know what was the attraction. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I think a lot of people would want to know, so I
people want to know. And let's face it, Sam, the women these days, the younger ones, Generation Y and Generation Z, which is a new one, they prefer more mature men. They're tired of boys. They're just, women grow much faster. We all know that. Jen knows that. So.
I sure do.
That was a good one, Jen. I love that. So basically, the women nowadays, the younger girls, just don't want little boys. They want mature men. It's not even sexual anymore. It's just more cerebral. That's what they want. They want to be similar to, just with words or whatever it is that stimulates them.
Right.
And it's not sexual. I mean, yes, there is intimacy involved, but that just is an added bonus. Right. So in this situation with SND between Alessia and Frankie, there is a strong bond. Yes, there'll be intimacy, but we're not here to show you about that. We're here to show you the bond. Yes, they will embrace. There'll be some kissing. They'll go in the room, whatever. But we're not going to show you that. That you have to use your own imagination. The door closes, and you just basically go from there.
Right.
I mean, there'll be other sexual situations between maybe the parents, whatever, and so on, so on. But
yeah, it sounds fascinating. I'd like to see how this thing develops, because it's...
oh, believe me, Sam, I'm on the roll now, and with the twin brothers on board, as cameos, it just makes it much stronger, and I really appreciate this American airtime you're giving me, and just basically to give my voice on the American side, and it's a pleasure to talk to you about this.
So when will people be able to watch Socially Not Disturbed?
I would say if everything goes well, either by let's say late fall or early winter.
Okay, cool. Well, we're looking forward to that. It is an original way of distributing a series. And making it for mobile because it's so relevant today, and
exactly.
So
I mean, there's a speech I can send you. It's Kevin Spacey talking to Netflix, talking about watching shows. I don't know if you've seen it. It's about 5 minutes long. And he says, "Give people what they want. Binge. They want to binge. You give them what they want." This is why Kevin Spacey went to Netflix. He pitched House of Cards to the producer of the studios in L.A.
Right.
And he told him to fuck off, something like that, whatever.
Yeah.
And he went to Netflix and he said, "Well, how many shows do you want, sir?" And the rest was history. That's my point.
That's true.
So, it's just sad I cannot be on Netflix. I would love to be on Netflix, but they don't want to name programs, and which is fine. I understand that.
Yeah.
So you have to go the other way with branding. And so, Sam, when you see the twin brothers, say hi for me, please.
Of course. Well, they were on the air yesterday. For those of you who are wondering who the twins are, those are Matt and Mark Harris. They have a show here Tuesdays, and they also are on Storage Wars. So,
correct.
So they're going to be on your show, and that's pretty interesting because they're very original guys. They were a lot of fun.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
I love the characters.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Frank MaSSa, we wish you all the best with your new show, with the new project, Socially Not Disturbed. Do you have a website or anything where people can find out more yet?
You can go on Facebook and just try to search Socially Not Disturbed. It's all information is there.
Okay, sounds good. Well, Frank, thank you so much for calling.
My pleasure, Sam. Again, thanks again for the time. And Jen, thank you very much.
Of course, and please come back when it's available out.
I will.
Okay, Frank. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Wow. He's tackling some issues there.
Is that an issue?
I don't know.
I feel like
it is. I mean,
you're quite interested because you're trying to figure out how to date somebody that much younger.
But look, I mean, the thing is that, but 18 years old, it's like, what does she have to talk about with a 35-year-old or something?
Well, that's what the whole point is, that now they're a lot more mature than, females are just, more mature than men in the first place. But also now we have, so much technology and we're, we have information and we're growing up way quicker than we ever were.
That's true. Yeah. So who knows?
I'm periscoping, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
So if anybody wants to watch us while we're talking, you can follow along at Jennifer Golden on Periscope.
You're listening to Sam in the Morning with Jen, right here on LA Talk Radio.